I am Kimmie Cannabis of Canna Talk About It, and I'm the Oklahoma correspondent for Cannabis Coast to Coast News. And I am really honored to have a special guest today, Miss Jamie Bennett. She is my local shero of the month. She has a lot of things going on here that needs to be broadcasted from the rooftops. So welcome, Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie is one of the people responsible for the Cancer Playbook. And we had done a short segment on it a couple weeks ago and wanted to share a little more about what that is. So
Cancer Playbook, guys. This is lead visionary on this is Jim Garretzer. That man has changed kind of the game of cannabis in research. It's he's got a feck off rebel heart trying to do things legal, and it with it not being federally legal, funding is really hard, and this man has self-funded that research paper that came out, and it's his vision. He's so
tell me
talk about him before we talk about real quick. So he for 13 years he's had a 501c3 called Early Recognition is Critical that is helping people all over the world. He's got a really awesome story. It's on Amazon. The Ultimate Charity.
Okay. Ultimate Charity?
The Ultimate Charity.
Okay. On Amazon you can find that?
Yep. It's a great watch. It is a fantastic watch. It's entertaining. It is, you want to know how a person can change the world.
Yeah.
It's something you're going to want to watch. That's amazing what he's done with Eric, for sure, for real. He's got chapters, kind of spread everywhere.
What does Eric stand for?
Early Recognition is Critical.
Early recognition is critical, and that is so true.
Yeah. So that's he's got this vision of a 40-20-40 model. So 40% prevention and education, 20% screening, and 40% path forward.
Okay.
So Eric is the beginning of that. What Eric does is help in communities like Uganda, in Venezuela.
All over the world.
Yeah. So he's doing some serious stuff in the world. Yeah, we've got chapters doing some in Uganda, the major one. So that's where the heart of Cancer Playbook is.
Okay.
So, he had a child who beat cancer, and fought that battle more than once, and he wanted to do something to change the name of cancer. How do we use plant medication to fight cancer, and how do we bring in things like bioresonance and frequency treatments, and how do we merge this together, and how do we use psilocybin with cannabis? So he's got a wide vision. This is a very wide visionary man. But Cancer Playbook is collecting, it's working with our Oklahoma collective, but it is, and we'll explain what the collective is, but that the vision of this is Cancer Playbook, and it is gathering data on so a patient who comes in fills out a profile survey.
Okay,
and that lets us know where their starting point is. And then weekly, we have people reporting what they used as cannabis products and how it made them feel, what their symptoms were. And these are self-reported, how much they're taking. And these patients that we're working with, they're cancer patients, and they're willing to document. Not only are they willing, it makes them feel like somebody's there with them and somebody's checking up on them. That somebody cares enough who is in something that knows of cannabis cares enough.
Yeah.
and that their stories, because we all tell them like your stories are going to be used.
Yeah.
And that's what the Cancer Playbook is about. So like if you're a cancer patient out there, any state, anywhere, if you're a cancer patient out there and you want to log your journey of cancer through our Cancer Playbook, you absolutely can. We're not making anybody take or use a cannabis product to be part of, like, you have to have both to have good data, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to have comparison. So if, like, we prefer,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah, we prefer the cannabis community coming strong. And if they're using full extract cannabis oil, or they're using tinctures or edibles, and it is helping different symptoms, we need that patient reported outcome, because we need to change the name of the game, and we can't do that without people reporting how this is helping. Like, we've been on the market long enough in Oklahoma where it's like, okay, now it's time to rally the troops.
Yeah.
Like, we have the collection platforms built, and we just need the people of Oklahoma
to get on there and
like, it's time.
Yeah. So get your info onto this. So this is like a meta analysis, or what is this?
They wrote. So Cancer Playbook is powered by Whole Health Oncology Institute.
Okay.
Cancer Playbook helped or funded the research to be done so that we could put it into playbooks for cancer patients.
Okay. That's
excellent. Yeah, Jim did an amazing job with that. Whole Health Oncology are professionals, they're researchers. I have been, I've met everybody at the tables. So I have been blessed to sit with some amazing people who have done amazing things in this world. And there's, lots of people on that project. But my main focus is Cancer Playbook.
Yeah.
That is my heart and soul. Organizing troops. That is what I like to do.
Okay, so I have to just back up just a little, because as she has told us about Jim, Jamie has been like a local warrior here, had a program helping cancer patients and for a while. And tell us just a little about like your journey. Like, you are a cannabis patient as well, right?
Yeah. So I started off patient first, and I do keep true to that. Like, at this point, I'm a 20-year endometriosis patient who's been in and out of the Oklahoma healthcare system, especially on Medicare, and having to get referrals to see specialists, and then get to a specialist and they say, you got to see a different specialist, and get the roundabout, and before you know it, you're like screaming and crying in pain in your bathtub, and like not wanting to be around.
Yeah.
Like, it is a ridiculous healthcare system. So I was like, all right, well, I came home from a surgery. I had told the doctor that I was only willing to take 2 pain pills home. I have a young child. I don't care about addiction. I've fought enough stuff. I didn't want to add it to my plate.
We know it's a huge relevant thing here,
Yeah. So I was like, I understand. Like, I've had multiple surgeries. I understand the pain that I'm going to experience. And, there were complications in the surgery that I wasn't aware of. And I made a phone call, and somebody said, have you tried cannabis? And I was like, you know what? I have not. So I tried my first medical use of it, and
was it the FECO that you did first, or did you just...
No, for that particular time, it was, I just smoked a joint with somebody.
Yep.
It was just as simple as that, and it fought surgery pain.
Yeah. Like,
surgery pain's intense. So I was like, all right, this is seemingly doing something to help. Like, let me learn some more. So then that's when Oklahoma became legal. I walked into a dispensary. I had a fantastic conversation with a gentleman named Tori. And he was like, hey, you might want to check out this product for your body. Tried it, and like, it changed drastically. And then you kind of get sucked back in.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, they're like, all right, you got to get another scan in 3 months. And then 3 months comes around, you get the scan, and like, well, now your mass is bigger, or now it's shrunk, or we think even though it's shrinking, though it's shrinking and it's almost gone, we think you need to take these medications.
Yeah, and I know so many people that have fallen into that vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And like I love, when I first found out what you were doing before, I've always looked up, to what you were doing as a stigma breaker out there, showing people that there was different methods.
Yeah.
I know that you can't, like, you told me that before, you can't really like give people advice.
Yeah.
But like when you're seeing on cancer patients putting in their info on this thing, on the cancer playbook stuff, are you guys noticing any similar, like where one method works better than another? Like, is FECO better, or administration?
We are seeing that. What we can see, so we at Cancer Playbook we will match you with as close to your cancer type or symptom as possible, and match research with it. So we like, this is what another patient did, and here's something in support and with research.
Okay.
And this is how this patient did it. This is what they said they did. And that is all that I am not a medical professional.
Yeah.
I report data. I report what another patient said without their obviously their confidential information is not present. But
so how do they find this to put their input into this?
So they could go to cancerplaybook.org. We have an interactive bot in the bottom that is a phenomenal tool. You can just go tell it hello. It'll ask you your cancer type. It'll ask you for your email address. That lets us get a hold of you. You can ask it your questions on, has cannabis worked for my cancer type, or has another patient used it? What dose did somebody else start at? And if the information is not there off of a patient-reported outcome, or it has not matched yet, it sends us a queue to let us know, like, hey, this person needs further information, or like, if something happened, it gives us further information for us, and with your email for us to contact you and get you your answers.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really super.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just planting the seeds of what helps and putting that information, like, little bits out there, because, I learned a while back that like they had way more psilocybin research than cannabis by far, because of veterans, because of PTSD. Yeah. So they had done some psilocybin stuff, or LSD and stuff too. And it is so sad that we have not had like the medical research done when we have an endocannabinoid system.
Right.
That we should have this stuff. So it's important, like people like you are out there, and Jim are out there putting this information, teaming up with the whole
health oncology team. Yeah, you've got, I don't know how many names I can say, but I know I can say Ryan Castle's over there. He's the lead researcher. He's got a lot of experience, and that's who, the authors on our paper are our team.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, like awesome. There's, they're their own company, but we do, they identify what kind of questions need to be asked to move this in a further direction.
Yeah.
So, like where we started with Operation Zero in Oklahoma, we have good information. I do think we could do something in our state with the information, but as far as like further than that, it goes into that pool of Cancer Playbooks bot, and it goes into the database of whole health oncology so that it can be used for a bigger purpose
for everybody everywhere.
Researchers
and the medical. This is great. It's like the first steps of all the the future.
As like Operation Zero is kind of like the local Oklahoma team. That's all going to be Cancer Playbook. Like we're trying to expand. It's all going to be in Cancer Playbook's name.
So Operation Zero is local.
Yeah, that's local. That's our Oklahoma team.
And how
how to sport.
What do you need from people around here?
Man, I need some processors who make FECO, full extract cannabis oil. I need some processors. I need to have some conversations. I need dispensaries who are willing to sit down and have a conversation with me about what the integrity of this program needs to hold and how the patients need to be treated. And, we, for a while, this is my baby. So for a while, this was self-funded, donation made in by Jim that helped keep it running. And, if we want to keep that dream up, like, we've got to
have some support.
Yeah, and if we want to help, like, if Oklahoma wants to be part of this Cancer Playbook mission, then, like, we've got to step up the number of people that we're helping, and we've got to step up the number of people that are giving.
Yeah.
Because I can't, like, go get grant money for what we're doing. Like, I did write a bill.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, I love to hear about stuff like this. So what was your bill about?
It was to add, so as of right now, the OMMA does not have a license available for collecting patient-reported outcomes.
Oh.
So I want, my goal is to be able to work with the OMMA on a collection of patient-reported outcomes so that it can be used in a positive manner for our state.
Yes.
And respectively let the people climb that need to climb and give them the tools and education. Now, I won't be giving them all of those. That's a further goal into what the further plan is. Like, but our state has an amazing opportunity to be a giant part of this.
Yes.
So the collective, it's our team name, Operation Zero. That's our collective of cannabis businesses here in Oklahoma.
It's going to be Operation Shiro.
Cancer Playbook.
Powered by Operation Shiro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because you are really fierce. I'm talking you, okay? I'm just tooting your own horn.
Well, thank you.
Because you are fierce. Like all that you're doing with this. And with that, saying that with the Operation Zero, I mean, everybody around here, this is what the stigma breaking part of it is about. This is like you're helping patients. And like we have so much reefer madness around us all the time where, people are always just like putting it out there. Like people just want to get stoned. Cannabis is medicine.
Yeah.
We got to plant the seeds. We have to all work together. And OMMA need people that know about cannabis working with them.
Yeah.
If we don't have people that know about cannabis working with them, we're doomed forever in this state.
Do you have any idea how hungry the Capitol is for good information, for data? Do you know how many times I've been invited back to the Capitol to go have a conversation with a senator?
See?
Like, I'm not in there, like, screaming and yelling over the cannabis laws. Yeah, that's everybody else's job.
Now, listen, I'm not the person that goes and sits with them when I'm pissed.
I'm not saying that's not needed. Okay? Like,
I know. We all have our place.
You all, everybody's got a place. You do you. My job is to go in and say, hey, I know that you're getting ready to change this into a new law, and I needed to have an exclusion for this because this is what we're trying to do, and this is how we're trying to get this done, and your current language does not allow me to have a licensed research license in the state of Oklahoma under OMMA to ask a patient how'd that cannabis work for you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
How is that not in
Why
do I have to go to the Capitol and have conversations about, hey, can you just open, we already have research, can you just allow this part to be added?
Yeah. How did that get
missed? So that's the bill. Like, and it didn't hit committee this year. So like the committee hearing. So it's still active and it'll get in there. And
it'll get in there.
But in the meantime, I get to do what I do. So like I was like, sometimes you just gotta wait.
But, it might not be the time. You got more stuff to.
Yeah, and I've been invited back into the Capitol since then to like just have conversation and
Good. I'm glad that it's somebody like you getting invited in, because you're, the typical mom. You're a church girl. You're, you are all the things they say we aren't.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's exactly what we need to be out there showing, that's the stigma breaking that we need. So like, I know that we're going to sit with you again. I'm going to have to probably wrap it up. I know we're going to sit again and update and stuff. But I want to finish with you kind of telling us, like anything important that we missed on the playbook, or how, what you need from us, as far as
we need everybody to tell somebody about it. Everybody knows somebody with cancer, and, we just go read it. Like, you want to break a stigma, share this around. Like, these are people who like put their hearts and souls. Some of them are OGs that have been around for, like, we've got Pamela Hames, like she's been around for like 20 years. Cannabis Little Success Stories, he's had a website for 15 years. Like, there's people, like, we sit at some cool tables and like Jim's like gather the people, and I just like, all right, what does this person do? What does this person do? Where do they fit? Where do they fit? Like, that's who I am. So like, there's a place for you.
Yeah. So if that is you, please go to thecancerplaybook.org.
Yeah.
And reach out, tell your story, put your input in. Yeah. If you're a cannabis OG, you matter, your story matters. You've seen more stories than anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, the eyes that have been out there that witness are in the ears to the stories, like me being behind the chair as a hairdresser.
If you have access to, like, if the stuff that you've witnessed, if you have access to the people, it's as simple as like, hey, bud, like, there's this awesome program. I know you use cannabis for cancer, and there's this awesome program that's like trying to get information. Will you go there and fill out their share your story form and tell them what you did? Because we don't have to put everybody on.
Yeah.
Like, we're the active patients that we're helping in Oklahoma right now who get the discount. We're able to make weekly contact with them because they're actively going through it. But if it's somebody who's already been through it and you use cannabis for it, go share your story, because there's a whole form. There's a whole way you can do it. I mean, there's a survey that you can take. You can send in your story written. You can film it on a video. I don't care how it comes in. You can send me an email.
That's awesome. So these people, just because I just caught that little bit that I need to have clarified, the people that are on there putting the input that are local in Oklahoma are part of your Operation Zero, and they do get discounted FECO.
Yes.
And that is what you need help with locally,
yeah,
with processors and, talking to dispensaries about what patients need.
Yep.
That's the summary of that?
Yep.
Okay. I'm like, because I want to get that word out there, because we have so many people that can help this program in Oklahoma and beyond, because spreading the word and, getting it from coast to coast.
Yeah.
Is what we want.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, this has been like the craziest. Like, I came off my deathbed for this. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, cannabis took me off my deathbed, and I haven't stopped since.
Well, we're grateful that cannabis brought you off your deathbed, because we wouldn't have all of this amazing work done if you weren't around. So I really appreciate you sitting with me, Jamie.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing more about this and being plugged into it. And anything that you have for us, you just let us know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been so nice sitting with
you. I just love it. I just love it. So you guys check it out, cancerplaybook.org. Go read the information, plant the seeds, and we will keep you updated. Until next time, this has been Cannabis Coast to Coast News. And can I talk about it?
I think I messed up. Did you know there's a place that covers all the cannabis news you need? Welcome to Pro Cannabis Media, your go-to for all things cannabis. PCM is the CNBC of weed, bringing you the latest news and talk shows with a twist. We've got 16 state correspondents and multimedia journalists from around the US and Canada.
Hey everybody, it's Brandon Jones with Be Green Distribution with the Missouri Cannabis Report.
I'm Karen Black from Greenfinger Consulting with the Arizona Cannabis Report.
I'm Amy Carter from Michigan Weedsters.
Andrew Behringer here reporting from Washington, D.C.
Debbie Fazy with the Canadian Toke of the Week.
It all started back in 2018 when founder Jimmy Young kicked off the In the Weeds podcast. His mission? Documenting the fight to end cannabis prohibition. Fast forward to today and we've got Cannabis Coast to Coast with Elena Pinto, delivering the nation's only TV-style cannabis news show.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Cannabis Coast to Coast, PCM TV's weekly roundup of industry news from California to New York. I'm Elena Pinto.
As of August 2024, PCM has racked up over 1.2 million views and 14.5 million impressions on our YouTube channel. With 15,000 subscribers and growing, our reach is spreading like wildfire. PCM's website, YouTube, Rumble, Discord, Roku, Twitch, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and even our very own PCM TV app. Get your cannabis news fix with Pro Cannabis Media. We're here to keep you informed and entertained. Stay tuned and stay lifted.